Yes. New Year's Day. Alright. Yes, rock on. Alright, what's up, everybody? My peeps. How's it going, you sexy bitches? Peter Joseph here for a late night video. Right here on the Peter Joseph YouTube wrestling channel. YouTube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit that subscribe button down there in hell. Otherwise known as the description box below. On this very channel and my other channels, which are down in the description box. Show your love and support. Leave a comment if you wish on my videos. But don't leave stupid comments because they're going to get blocked. And so will you. And if you don't like that, cry me a river, bitch. And that's too bad for you. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media if you dare. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You gotta be real there too. If you're not, you're out of here. You're blocked. And if, like I said, if you don't like it, too fucking bad. That's it. Share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap that goddamn bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because you'll be SOL. And you know what that means. And that's that. Alright, and if you're new here, welcome to the party, pal! We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, you grab that cold one, whatever you got. Don't do it while you're at work. But sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And if you like it, great. Smash that like button, stick that thumb up everybody else's wahoo. That's where it belongs. But hit that like button, share it with your friends and all that good shit. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for your support. Welcome to the party. We hope you enjoy the ride. And if you don't like it, get out of here. We don't need you here. Get out of here. Go on somebody else's channel and be an obnoxious dork there too. Simple, to the point. And that's pretty much it. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry I haven't done a couple of videos as of late. I've been doing videos, but I meant to do some videos last night. My NXT review, my AEW review. I'm gonna get the NXT review up in a little bit, and then I'm gonna go right into a rant. And probably tomorrow, I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow, so I might move everything back a day or two. So tomorrow, definitely doing my AEW review. Then I'm gonna go into my TNA and Ring of Honor review. So I'll do that. I'm gonna bundle that. So I'm gonna do it like I did last a couple days ago. Do my TNA review, then go into Ring of Honor in one video. So get that out of the way, so I don't have to do like 4 or 5 videos tomorrow. I could, but I don't want to. But so I'll do that. That'll be video number 2, and then video number 3, your SmackDown review, right on my Killer Demons channel, the main channel, Killer Demons 669. And that'll be it on your Triple Threat Friday. And then as we go into Saturday, well, after the Ranger game, of course, and we'll talk about that in a minute. After Game 4 of the Ranger series, I will be doing my SmackDown, not SmackDown, sorry, Collision and Rampage review, once again, on the main channel. And that'll pretty much be it for the weekend, unless something comes up. But we will do that. I might do a video maybe early Saturday, talking about SmackDown. Well, they're gonna be on the USA Network, but not in October. They're gonna be moved up till September the 13th. So I'll do a little video about that. Just give you my thoughts. You understand? My thoughts about that, and then we'll lead you into Game 4 of the Ranger series, and then Collision and Rampage Saturday night. And that's pretty much it. Speaking of the New York Rangers! Yes! Another freaking epic game tonight. Should have won it in regulation, not in overtime. The same. But Rangers went to Carolina, which is the house of horrors for them. Well, except for 2 years ago, and pretty much last year and this season. But Rangers went into Carolina up 2 games to none. Pretty much looking to lock the series up if they won tonight. And first period, they looked like shit. They got outshot by a lot. They didn't have, like, I think they had like 8 shots that entire period. They were down one. They were down 1-0, and then my boy Laffy Lafreniere ties the game. No, actually, excuse me. Kreiderman does what other Kreidermans do. That's score goals, and he scored to tie the game up on a nice 2-on-1 breakaway. That was nice. And then my good buddy Alexis Lafreniere, gives the Rangers the lead 2-1, with pretty much a couple of minutes left. But as always, and we saw this in Game 2, when the Rangers had pretty much a 2-goal lead. Yeah, pretty much, no, I think it was, no, Game 1, I think it was. Was it Game 1 or Game 2? I forget. But when the Carolina Hurricanes pulled the goalie, and it became like a 6-on-5, or 4-on-4, they took a penalty, they still scored with the, a 5-on-4 with the empty net. They scored to send it into overtime, which sucked, and then thankfully Trocheck won it in double overtime Tuesday night to make it 2-0. But that's what happened again tonight. Well, not Trocheck, but the Canes pulled a goalie again with like about 2 minutes, like a little over 2 minutes left, and with about 40 seconds left. What happens? They score to tie it at 2, sending it into overtime. And I got a little nervous. I'll tell you, I get nervous during these playoffs because Carolina is no joke. They're a pesky team, like the Icelanders. But that's another story for another time. But the Rangers got into the zone, and I believe it was Lafreniere throws it in front, and I don't know how he did this, but the bread man, Mr. Panarin, with a little trick shot, as he deflected it through his legs off his stick into the goal. Rangers get the win 3-2 in overtime to take a commanding 3-0 lead. This time we will not choke like we did with Tampa Bay in 2022. That ain't happening. As I know, Carolina is a pesky team. But the Rangers pretty much are about to go on another sweep. We're about to make Raleigh, North Carolina clean as a whistle this Saturday night at 7 o'clock on TNT. So the Rangers are up 3-0, about to put it away Saturday night in Raleigh. That place is going to be rocking with Ranger fans. And if, Igor, another freaking epic performance, 54 saves in Game 2, pretty much almost the same tonight, standing on his goddamn head. That guy is the man. He's not as great as, like, Richter. Richter's like God, basically. Henrik is still, he's the king, but, in his later years, he stunk a lot. But Igor is the prince of the Rangers right now. He is the prince. I mean, he should be Lord, but I think Lord is above a prince, I think, right? Or, I don't know how it goes, but Igor is the prince of the Rangers, doing everything he can. He left us a couple soft goals in. The first 2 was soft. Soft! Like Big Cass. Soft! But, in any case, the Rangers are up 3-0. I mean, it feels like 94 all over again. They've won the first 7 games of the playoffs. Last time they did that, 94. What happened? They won the Stanley Cup. Even though they went to the East Finals and faced a really hard Devils team with Marchand, Brodeur, and if it wasn't for Beto, they wouldn't have went to the Stanley Cup. But they went to the Stanley Cup, and we all know what happened there. 94, the night of my high school prom, I was there. I was not at the prom. I was at the Ranger game, seeing the greatest fucking thing you could see in the history of sports, a Game 7 of a major sporting event, which was the Stanley Cup. I've been to Game 7 of the Mets when they won in '86. So, go there. So, it will be really nice if, God forbid, there is a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup and the Rangers are in it. I am going to that goddamn game. Unless it's in, whoever wins the West. I'm not going there, but I will go to Game 6 if it's in the Garden, but Game 7 at the Garden? Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah. I will be there, man. And I can't wait. But I hope that doesn't happen. But the way the Rangers are playing right now, there's no quitting them. There's no quitting New York. I know the Knicks are up 2-0, but they got a lot of, even if they have banged up guys. Pacers look like shit. Pacers should have really won Game 2. But now they go to Game 3 in Indiana tomorrow. I think that game is on, I don't even know what game, that's on TBS, I think. I care less. But hopefully the Pacers can take both games. It'll be nice. Kind of put the Knicks pretty much on their heels and might make it a series. We'll see what happens with that. The Celtics got destroyed tonight. Woo! By 24 against the Cavs in Boston. And Mercedes Moné was there. Not good, but it is what it is. So the series is tied at 1, going to Game 3. That will be on Saturday night in Cleveland. And wouldn't you hate to have the Knicks face Cleveland? Oh no! As much as I know the Knicks probably will beat the Pacers, I want the Celtics to do away with the Cavs. And really, I would love to have an Eastern Conference Finals that'll actually mean something like last year's Eastern Conference Finals with the Heat and the Celtics. That would be great, as long as the Celtics whip the crap out of the Knicks. Anyway, if the Knicks go to the finals, I don't care. It depends where they play, and it doesn't look like Denver right now, because Denver looks like shit. How do you go down 2-0 against Minnesota? Minnesota! A young, hungry team, like a Cinderella team almost. I mean, not the same Minnesota Timberwolves I knew growing up with Kevin Garnett and company, but that team was pretty good, but after Garnett went to the Celtics, the Timberwolves weren't that great at all. But now they got some good players, and they're up 2-0 over the Denver Nuggets, the champs? What? That is just unheard of. I think the other series, I think it's Dallas and I don't know who. No, I think it's Oklahoma City and the Mavericks. So, if there's any team to come out of the West right now, I probably would say Oklahoma City. But, like I said, I don't watch much basketball. I mean, I am a New Yorker, but I'm not rooting for the Knicks. Because I hate the Knicks with a passion since the Jordan years. But the only New York teams I root for are the Jets, the Rangers, and the Mets. That's it. Any other team, I care less. The Yankees suck. And by the way, they lost tonight. The Mets didn't play. Of course, they got postponed Wednesday night due to rain. That game's going to get made up in August. They're off today. They're facing JD and his Braves this weekend. I don't even think they're going to even play half those games because of rain. It's supposed to rain on and off tomorrow. Saturday's going to be the only day they could probably play. So they might play a doubleheader if the game doesn't get played tomorrow. And then Sunday is going to be a washout. Because it's going to rain Sunday afternoon and they play Sunday afternoon. So I doubt they'll play Sunday. And they'll probably be playing a doubleheader sometime later in the year. But, I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that. Christian Scott will make his his Citi Field debut on Saturday. That should be good. And you got another star that plays for the Brooklyn Cyclones. Woo! I tell you, the Brooklyn Cyclones have some good pitching. They got some stars that came up from that team. Nimmo, Alonso, Ike Davis, Murphy. Got an Angel Pagan. Remember him? Remember him. A lot of stars that came off from the Mets minor league system that played for the Cyclones. And I was there for some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. Nimmo, I broadcast games when Nimmo was playing. Alonso, Ike Davis, Murphy. Pagan. Couple guys, even from, I think from like 2005 to 2008. I think my lights almost went off. That wouldn't be bad. Actually, not from my phone, but my computer, but... It is windy, it is raining right now. Like, lightly, not like a monsoon. It did thunder like a couple of days ago, but... It is what it is. I hope I don't have a blackout, but... That happened one time. I was doing, thankfully it wasn't live, but... I was doing a video and then the lights went out, like The Undertaker shut the lights off. The goat of all goats, by the way. And people think, oh, Roman's the goat, and you love Roman. I'm like, I do love Roman. Not like that, but Roman is the goat of the modern era. Of all time, Taker. Well, not all time, sorry. Taker is the goat of all goats of the modern era. Roman a close number 2. And fuck Cena. But it is what it is. And Triple H is up there too. With The Rock and Stone Cold. That whole era. The Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era. I mean, really that was like Taker. Taker was like the entire Attitude Era to me, but... And when you go into the Ruthless Aggression Era, I'd probably give that to people like The Rock. Maybe, Cena, Orton. But Taker was in there too, so... And Taker had a good run in the Ruthless Aggression Era. But when Roman came in around 2012, 13-ish, kind of sucked. He was with probably one of the best factions of the PG era, which was the Shield of Injustice. He was decent, but his promos sucked. I my disdain when he was starting to get the Cena treatment. And, how my disdain for him, I wanted his character to die and everything. Not the man, Joe Anoa'i, the character. I was like, man, kill this guy already. This character sucks, man. I'm getting sick of him. It was like Charlotte Flair, But I never said anything bad about Charlotte Flair. I just wanted somebody to beat her already, because she's getting pushed down our throats every goddamn. She's getting title shot after title shot, and other people not getting title shots. I felt like Hogan, not putting Hogan in the NWO, not putting anybody over back during the Monday Night War. It felt really ridiculous. And then Hogan's putting over guys like Billy Kidman. I'm like, Billy Kidman beating Hogan? You never thought that would happen. Billy fucking Kidman, really. Weird. But it is what it is. But, like I said, the GOAT of all GOATs of the modern era is not Roman, it is Taker. I mean, if you would have said, oh, who's the best wrestler of the last 10 years? From, 2014 to now? In WWE, I say Roman. For the last 3.5, almost 4 years, it's definitely Roman. Definitely Roman. But if you're saying overall, that's just hard to say. I mean, you gotta put Cena up there because he was in that period. And then really, it was just WWE and TNA and Ring of Honor. I mean, you had Adam Cole, AJ Styles, you could put up there, Steen, Kevin Steen, The Bucks, Adam Cole, like I said, Adam Cole, Kenny, not yet, Kenny, yeah, definitely from 2016 to 2018, he was Wrestler of the Year. I mean, he was Wrestler of the Year in 2021, really. If you tell me who the Wrestler of the Year is now, I would say it's Will Ospreay. He was Wrestler of the Year last year, and he's doing a really good job trying to make a case for a back-to-back Wrestler of the Year. I mean, you got Trick Willie, but I wouldn't even put him as the Wrestler of the Year. I'd probably put him a breakout. No, I can't even say breakout star. I don't even know what what award you would give Trick Williams at this point of the year, but you got that, and then you look at the women. I'd probably go with Tiffany Stratton, Tiffy, Daddy, her. Tag team. Tag team I'd probably put is like maybe a tie between FTR and the Bucks. Even though the Bucks really didn't do much this year, but even though they won the titles, had a decent match with FTR with that ladder match, but I could throw Jack Perry in there for like best heel. But holy crap. I mean, women right now, it's tough overall because I got to throw in Miyu Iwatani from New Japan because she's the champ there. Julia definitely got to put there with her. Mercedes Moné. So many people, but I'm not gonna go on that. But anyway, yeah. I don't know where that ties in with everything I was just talking about. Whatever it is, what it is. But we move on with that. So yeah, so this weekend, a lot of videos, so stay tuned and hit that bell, please. Because if you miss anything, too bad for you. But we got all that. Alright, let me get to this review real quick, and hopefully before I go to bed, I'm going to do this rant about Sky Blue, what happened with her at the Ring of Honor tapings with that schmuck. No, actually it was 2 schmucks. But we'll get to that in a little bit. But right now, this late Thursday night, May the 9th, 2024, or if you're watching on the replay, or tomorrow, basically, it is now May the 10th, 2024, as we're about to hit the midpoint of May already. So, like, we're almost, pretty much, we're about, as we get to June, after Memorial Day, we're pretty much halfway done with 2024. So, we'll be starting the second half of 2024, beginning on June the 1st. So, a couple weeks away, guys. So, 2024, the first half is gone. Almost gone. So, get ready for it. We're 2.5 weeks away from Memorial Day weekend, the unofficial start of summer. So, the summer is almost here, guys. Almost here. So, we talk about the ladies and their thong bikinis and their titties popping out at the beach. Going to the beach. Hot weather, baseball in the summer, and then eventually late summer, we got football starting, hockey and basketball will be done. We'll see what happens with that, and a lot of wrestling this summer, good stuff, vacations, and all that other shit, So, we'll get to that probably at the end of next month, where we start talking about the summer officially starting June the 21st, I believe. And then we'll get that. Then we got July 4th weekend. And then a whole bunch of stuff coming. Pretty much we're just counting down the days to the end of summer, which is pretty much September the 2nd, the unofficial end of summer, Labor Day weekend. And then before you know it, it's Christmas! And my birthday, too. The greatest day in the world, in the greatest month in the world. That's coming up soon. 7 months away. 7 months and change away from the greatest day in the world. And the greatest month in the world. That too. That's going to be an exciting time. Every December is the greatest time of the year. Christmas, my birthday, New Year's Eve. Great people. Great people's birthdays like Ozzy, Maria Brink, and Chris Howarth are in this moment. Lemmy's got the same goddamn birthday as me, and Jesus Christ the Lord! Good times, man. Good time to be alive, and good time to be born. Because in the month of December. Alright, enough about that bullfucking. Alright, let's get to your late and really out of date NXT review for this past Tuesday, May the 8th, 2024. And as always, we're emanating from the Capitol Wrestling Center at Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida. And as always, our commentary team of the man with the creepy jacket and a lot of candy, Vic Joseph, and the man who smokes more fucking weed than you do, the two-time Hall of Famer. You know him, you love him, he's on WWE Most Wanted Treasures. The man, Booker T. Sucker, Black Slew. Oh yeah, man. No one cares. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, Trick Willie. No, we can't say Trick Willie, but I want him to say Shamon just once. Imagine Booker T and freaking Wade Barrett on commentary like that. Like when Trick Willie, if Trick goes up to the main roster and he goes on Raw, you know, freaking, well, on SmackDown, not Raw, on SmackDown. You gotta have him do the theme. You gotta have him do it. Oh yeah, Shamon, Trick Willie. That would be hilarious on the main roster. Don't put him on Raw because it won't sound any good. If Pat McAfee does it, or even, I would just take Pat McAfee off. You know, I would just have a 3-man with Pat McAfee, Booker T, and Michael Cole. That would be it. I know Pat McAfee's gonna be gone probably by September because college football will be starting. I don't know if he's gonna. You know, he does the games on Saturday, so he might be able to, do everything. Do the college football games, do his podcast, his show / podcast, and then do Monday Night Raw. Won't be on pay-per-views much, except for maybe WrestleMania, maybe SummerSlam. I don't know, but we got that. All right, so Booker T. Sucker and Vic Joseph on commentary. And, NXT coming off Spring Break-In Night 1 and 2, which were pretty good shows. So now we're on the road to NXT Battleground, June the 9th. So, a little under a month away. So, we're getting there. Alright, so we opened the show with the man who not debuted, he returned last week from his back injury, and that's Mr. Wesley Desmond Xavier. Yep. Coming back to get what he really never lost, and when that was he did lose it, the North American title, and maybe a showdown with Mr. Wakanda Forever, Oba Femi, the leader of the Serengeti. No, not Monty Brown, but it is what it is. So we get that, we see him walking in the back with a bunch of people in the back, like, oh, Wesley's back. Then he goes to the crowd, does his, stuff. He's crying. He's back in front of people. I missed you all. There's no crying in wrestling. Yes, there is. There is crying in wrestling. Everybody cries when they're in wrestling. If wrestling never had crying, then we wouldn't have weddings. But I digress. Well, much or anything. Like the Hall of Fame and blah shit. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, so Wesley starts us off in a match that was made last week as he takes on Josh Briggs. Match was okay. Ivar, who's pretty much now in NXT for the last couple weeks, now throw his name in the hat for that North American title, along with Josh Briggs, maybe making a fatal 4-way at the pay-per-view, but we'll see what happens with that. So Ivar's on commentary. Ivar comes out, during the match. Vic Joseph tries to shake his hand. I was like, well, don't shake your hand. Yeah, okay. Sit down. Grab yourself a cold one. Yeah. I'll shut up now. Sucks to be you there, Mr. Vic Joseph, you bastard. Alright, so anyway, So Briggs does the smart thing to start the match, goes right after that injured back. Lee kicks him to the floor, goes for a slingshot dive and missed. Ow. Then a big boot is blocked on the floor, so Briggs goes for a ram into the apron, even to hurt the back even more. Ow. They go back in, and Wesley snaps off a Hurricanrana. Briggs goes to the floor again. This time, we get a head scissors takeover, connects. And then, like I said, Ivar comes out as Wesley tries for the cardiac kick. It gets countered into a really sloppy backbreaker. Like, he picked him up, but I thought he was going to, like, drop him like a side slam. And he just, like, backbreaker. And he just, like, held on, and, like, he fell by accident. I don't know. Maybe it was a botch. But it was a botch. Whatever. Alright, so we go to break. Come back. Ivar's still on commentary. Wesley fights out of a 1921 bear hug. And then a hip toss backbreaker, once again by Josh Briggs, puts Wesley down. Then he hits the Bossman Slam. Well, where is the Abyss Slam? Black Hole Slam. We got whatever to call it. For near fall. They go to the outside again. And then Wesley drop kicks Briggs into Ivar, knocking him down. And then he throws Briggs back in, goes up top, and he's like, "Whoa," like he's about to fly, and he hits Spiral Tap, a move made famous by the great AJ Styles. And he hits that 1, 2, 3 in 10 minutes. He gets the win, so he wins his comeback match. Match wasn't great, but I still gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's that. After the match, Ivar and Briggs get into a fight. I think at ringside. So then Wesley's like, "Oh, I want to get involved too." So he dives onto both of them, and then Oba is on the balcony like, "Oh, this is great. My opponents beating each other up, and I'm just standing here like I am the man from the Serengeti. Oh, you will not beat me for a title. Ha! Ventilate yourselves." So I still think we're going to get a fatal 4-way for the belt. I don't think Wesley's going to get it back yet. I think Oba has to win at Battleground. I want a one-on-one match myself, but this is NXT we're talking about here. You know, people like, "I want a title shot. No, I want one." Then the kid's like, "I'll beat all of you. Who cares? I'm Oba Femi. I'll beat 5 of you." Who cares? Well, we get that. We'll see what happens next week on the program. Alright, so that was pretty nice. Alright, then we get a look back at Lola Vice. Oh, yes. Caliente. She is hot. Beating Natalya in the first ever NXT Women's Underground match. Well, thanks to Natalya taking out Carmen Petrovic, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So we got that. And we'll see the lovely Lola Vice in a little bit. But before we get that, we go to the men's locker room, and we see the rookies. We saw them last week in their debut match, lost to the Good Brothers. That's Tyreek Igwe, and Tyson DuPont. They won a tag team title shot against A-Kid and Ben Frazier, the supersonic tag team, whatever the fuck that name is now. They won a title shot one day, but then Catchpoint 3.0 comes in. Damien Kemp, Miles Bourne, and Mr. Eagle Jr., Charlie Dempsey with the Heritage Cup. And they're like, "Hey kids, you're a bunch of rookies. You wait your turn." So we get a match later with them. Not that we care about that. So they all leave, and then the Good Brothers come in, and like, "Hey guys, too sweet for the love of God." So they come in, they too sweet them, and that's pretty much it. Like, look like they want the tag team belts as well. So then the champs leave, and the OC is like, "That wasn't really too sweet." And we'll have to see what happens with them. And that's it. But the tag team division heating up, if you will. That's pretty much it. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Okay, match number 2. the ladies, Shayna Baszler coming out with Lola Face looking extremely fucking hot. Takes on another hottie, the Russian Carmen Petrovich, along with the boat and the best of all time, Natalia. So that's that. 4-minute match. I really like Carmen's freaking entrance. You know, that she comes out with that, like, cartoon, like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like intro. Just sounds like, and then it cuts away and you see her, you know, with her sword. I thought that was pretty damn nice. No, I gotta do the Kenny commercial. You gotta love that. So that was pretty nice. I love the Tron entrance, whatever it was. But it was nice. Loved it. So it starts out with Shayna taking Carmen to the floor, moves the ring skirt, and then ties Carmen's arm in the ring, and then kicks it really hard. I'm like, ow! Jesus! I mean, I had to call John Zandig up for that one. Jesus! Ugh. But then another stomp to the arm. Carmen's in big trouble, and basically she didn't do much in this match. Shayna Baszler beat the fuck out of her. She tries to go for a dive, but got punched in mid-air, and then Shayna locked in the cure for the clutch. Pfft, that was it. Good night. 4-minute match. Shayna gets the win. 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then Lola comes in to shake her ass. You gotta love that. And we move on with that. Alright, then we're gonna look back at Fallon, Don't Call Me Don Henley. By the way, I did put up a Don Henley video on my community tab. Go check it out. You always gotta love the old school Don Henley stuff. We move on. But no relation. But Fallon Henley, we see her turning heel last week on Kehlani Jordan and Thea Hale. And Kehlani's like, hey, what are you doing in the parking lot? And Fallon's like, I want to do things my way. So I want to go on my own. This and that. I don't need you. I don't need you, Kehlani Jordan. Like, HBK never needed Jannetty. He didn't need Jannetty. That type of thing. So then we see Kehlani Jordan. So doesn't get why Fallon did that. And they're in the women's locker room. And then Fallon comes in and says, it's Fallon coming first from now on. That's a little suspect there. But we see that and we get a match later on. Blah, 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 blah. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get the start of videos for the NXT Women's North American Title Combine that was held over the weekend. The top 12 qualify for the matches that start next week. Look at that. And then out of those 12 women, 6 of them will qualify again for the Women's North American Title ladder match at Battleground. That's probably going to be sick and insane, but we'll see. Alright, so they did a bunch of exercises and drills. First part, Thea Hale and Kehlani Jordan did well in the speed competition. Lash Legend, I think, won the power competition. It was just like, this could have been email. Could have just not done that on TV, but just give us the names and just start the matches already. But we'll get to who's in this tournament a little bit later on. Alright, so and I'm not going to rate that. So we got it. Alright, match number 3, tag team action. Tyreek Igwe and Tyson DuPont taking on Miles Bourne and Mr. Regal's son, the Heritage Cup champion, Charlie Dempsey. But there's no referee in the match. Where's the referee? Well, we have the resident concierge, Mr. so-called lawyer himself, Luca Crucifino, comes out with 2 of my cousin Tony D's freaking bodyguards. And he says, well, the referee for this match will be Channing Lorenzo Stacks. So Stacks comes out with my cousin Tony D. Cuz! Oh, you awake? Ah, Cuz, get in here. Real quick, come here. It's my cuz. My cuz stays up all night making that meatballs, you know. Gotta count that money, you know, you gotta get things done. And that's my legit cousin Tony D'Angelo. Gets me a Kick a Plum Hero for $2. For you, you pay $12.50. But for me, gives me a good price. This is my cuz. We get that. Alright, and Adriana Rizzo as well came out, looking great. We move on with that. Alright, so Stacks doesn't like Miles Bourne beating up on Igwe in the corner to start, and basically Stacks, you know, just not even, like, slow count and the fast count stuff, you know, typical referee, you know, typical I don't give a shit, I'm the referee thing. He's not like Bill Alfonso, whack down the middle, daddy! You know? Look at that, it is windy as balls outside, if you can hear that. I don't think you can, but it is really windy outside. It's raining, too. Not raining hard, but it's gonna be a mess. Hopefully I don't lose power. When it gets windy, if it's like a lot of wind, like 40, maybe something like 50 mile-an-hour winds, gusts I'm talking about, I get nervous. Thankfully, I'm charging my actual phone. This phone, don't really have to worry about. It's an emergency phone. I can't really call out of it, but I use this as my camera, basically. I mean, I could use a computer, but I mean, God forbid I can't really record like I'm recording now. I have to live record, and I don't live record on StreamYard because I don't have Windows Movie Maker on Windows 10, which sucks. But this was. But we may do here. Alright, so we got that. Well, simple to the point. Stacks screws over Catchpoint 3.0, and the rookies get their first big win on the NXT main roster. So Tyreek and Tyson get the win thanks to Stacks with a very quick pin in under 4 minutes. Match was alright, 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. But wait, there's more at the end of the show with Tony D and company. We get that. Alright, then we go to the women's locker room. We have Chelsea Green talking with Santino Valetta's hot daughter, that's Ariana Grace, and another hottie, Gigi Dolan. But really, Gigi just standing there, you know, listening on Chelsea and Ariana, who could be future women's tag team champions if you think about it. I mean, you know, you got a Karen, and then you got a woman that thinks she's, you know, Miss America, Ariana Grace. So they think NXT's women's division needs to be saved, and Gigi's like listening in. I'm like, can't do this anymore. I'm out of here. Was what it was. So 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright. Then we see the beautiful Roxanne Perez, in the back with Kelly Kincaid. She's not worried about Ava Raine or Chelsea Green in her title defense coming up later, because it's all about her, and nobody likes Chelsea on Raw, so, well, even though she's on SmackDown now, so she can beat her up later on. So, that's pretty much it. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we go to your, well, can't say quickie match of the night, but boring as fuck match of the night. Mia Yim taking on Ariana Grace. Grace basically, you know, dropped an elbow for a near fall, and then Mia Yim's like, that's it. I'm gonna beat her up. She beats the crap out of her, and then eventually, Mia Yim hits Eat Defeat, made famous by Gail Kim, who probably told her that move. Legend that she is. Gail Kim should be in the Hall of Fame. She's in the TNA Hall of Fame. That doesn't count. But, yeah. Gail Kim should be in the goddamn Hall of Fame. Why isn't she? Oh, that's right. We're talking about the WWE Hall of Fame here. They just put random people in that should not be in. Like, Beth fucking Phoenix and the Bella Sluts. Oh, but Peter, they put in Coco Beware! I'm like, yeah, they did, but... Was I mad about it? In a way, yes, but at least... in some weird way, Coco Beware... is Coco Beware. The only thing he did was... Pile Driver! That's it. And then do the bird with Frankie. Didn't have a great career. I mean, he was the first one eliminated by The Undertaker, so I guess you gotta give him some credit for that. Hey, I'm Coco Beware. What are you known for besides Power Driver? Oh, that's right. I got beat in like 30 seconds by The Undertaker at Survivor Series 1990. What have you done since? Nothing. Pretty much the original Frankie is dead. Sadly. Just like Matilda. There is no Matilda anymore. I mean, the British Bulldogs were gone by then. Sad that Matilda died. When I heard Matilda died, I wept like a little bitch, but... when Damien got squashed by John Tenta, God rest his mighty soul, Earthquake, among his other names that he went under, the Shark. He had like 3 names, I think. I know it was Earthquake, the Shark, he went by his real name too, in WCW later on. I think it was another name. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but yeah, when he squashed, killed Damien, that was sad. It's like, well, there goes the end of the circus era for the WWE. Because they had Matilda, they had Frankie, they had Damien. There was no pets in WWE until really Stephanie's dog that Hunter kinda ran over. Well, he didn't run. Well, he ran over her, but didn't kill him, I don't think. Remember that? That was weird back in the Attitude Era. And then the last time you actually saw pets in WWE was Taya Valkyrie, Frankie Monet, when she brought her dog in, when that whole dumb, crappy, garbage feud she had with Io. And then right before Io was pretty much about to go to Japan, because she almost got released. I like cats. I do too. I love the pussy cat. And boy do I love Eos and Asuka and Kairi. But I never say it to their face, but I just know. But we'll get to that rant later. I should have enough. I have enough power on this camera. But this was. Alright, let's finish off. Alright, so Mia Yim beats Ariana Grace with 8 defeat in under 3.5 minutes. Did I say under 3.5 minutes? Yes, I did. And we got that. And we move on. Alright, then we go to the back where you have Chase U talking. We have the resident. Well, she's on almost has more weed than Booker T. That's Thea Hale, the crazy bitch. She's talking with, Duke Hudson, her so-called boyfriend Riley Osborne, and Mr. Chase. Rich Holland is there. I guess he's like the honorary member of Chase U, kind of like how Casey Jane was. And in some way, Jasmine Nix. Blah, blah, blah. Talking about their problems and shit. I thought he gave 2 craps. So they congratulate Thea on her win last week against Casey Jane, breaking her nose, and Casey had to go to the hospital and require some surgery. And boy, those pictures look nasty. Oof. So speedy recovery to my girl Casey Jane. Look at that. And then Lexis King comes in, Mr. Brian Pillman Jr., starts mocking Rich Holland, saying, "Oh, you're supposed to be this guy of positivity, you're supposed to be a good guy," some shit like that. And then Duke Hudson, of all people, stands up to Lexis King, who's not impressed, and then we get a match later on. "You're not impressive." That's it. Look at that. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the segment of the night, Supernova Sessions, with Noam Dar, the rest of Metaphor, or Mensa, and the lovely Ebony Hotties, Jakara Jackson, if you're nasty, and my girl, Lash Legend, get shit done. Looking amazing. Still has that envelope where we don't know what's in the envelope yet. Are we gonna have a Maury moment? You are the father, or you are not the father, Trick. Alright, so Noam Dar introduces his special guest, Trick, who comes out about the whoop, that Trick, what? Whoop, that Trick, I like it. Whoop, that Trick, oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. Okay, Booker T, calm down. Shamon, okay. Shamon, baby, Shamon. Alright, so we see a video of Trick's time since winning the belt. But he's like, alright, I don't want to see this video. Let's get down to business. What's in the envelope? So, Lash gets the envelope. She opens it up, and it is... No, not Trick. You are the father, or you are not the father. It is a photo showing Trick pinning Noam Dar, like a couple of weeks ago, and we see Noam Dar's foot clearly under the rope. Though I might have been doctored, I don't know. So Trick's like, that's it? That's all you got for me? You brought me out here to just show me that? If you wanted a title match, all you had to do was ask. We don't get that anymore in wrestling. You're like, oh, we gotta go around in circles. So that's that. So Noam's like, okay, I'm game. And then, Trick gets right to the point. It's like, okay, you got your match, you're the NXT title, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, Lash, let's get down to business. What's in the, it's like, what's really good? Let's let them know what's really good, you know what I mean? It's like, you want to tell them, or should I tell the crowd? And then, Lash's like, babe, I mean Trick. You fucked up. So she's like, I'm not gonna do this right here. But then Trick stops her, and then Lash says, it's not the time or the place. So Trick's like, alright, we're not gonna talk about, I am not the father. I'm like, oh god, they had to go the Maury route. So they talk about that, and then Trick's like, it's like, you love me and everything. It's like, you call me Trick Witty Wonka. Still going that Kit Kat route, let me break you off. Oh, he broke off more than he, you know what I mean. He broke off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. You lucky bastard. Should have been me. Me, her, and Jakara Jackson, you know, an Oreo cookie. I still want to be that cream and that Oreo cookie, if you know what I mean. But I digress. Alright, so, after, Lash is like, Trick Willy Wonka, she gets all nervous, she's, about to freaking come in her panties. Noam Dar does the stupid thing, knocks Trick out with a spinning elbow to face, then picks up the title, like, We get that, and Lash leaves, and Jakara's like, what the hell's going on here? And then we get something on X, something on Twitter from Sexy Red. I think that's Jakara Jackson's Twitter page. I think it might be somebody else. I don't even know who it is. And they're like, what the fuck's going on? Trick's like, let them know, Trick. Let's tell them, That's what's really good. Look at that. But I like this Trick Lash little love story. We're gonna eventually get it, but I think at Battleground, I really think that Lash is gonna side with her real life boyfriend, Trick Williams, and get away from Metaphor. I guess they're gonna break up. I don't know, but we'll see. We shall see what happens with that. And we move on. So I gave this 3.5 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. Alright, Michin and Jada Parker, win the Power Speed competition. I thought Lash did that, but I guess not. So we get that. Then we get a video that sounds like somebody snoring. And it's not Wendy Choo Choo, who's supposedly coming back, but we're not gonna get the Tianxia reunion we all wanted, because they released Boa. That we don't care about that. Dante Chen's still on NXT Level Up. They were supposed to be a tag team. I don't know if they teamed on NXT Level Up. I don't care. They had the face paint, you kind of thought they were gonna reform Tianxia with Wendy Choo Choo coming back as Mei Ying. Nope. Wendy Choo Choo's gonna come back probably as Wendy Choo Choo. What are they really doing Karen Q bad, huh? She gets injured. She has a stupid, boring, sleepy head gimmick. And then basically Blair Davenport took her out. We know with the hoodie gimmick, with the hoodie thing, and she got taken out. Along with Saruka and everybody else. So yeah, Wendy Choo Choo's gonna come back, hopefully under a different gimmick. Not Wendy Choo Choo, I'm gonna fall asleep in the ring, I'm gonna have a corny theme song. I'm like, yay! I'm gonna drink my juice, I'm gonna drink my orange soda! But it's not Fanta! No, bring Wendy Choo Choo back as Karen Q. Or give her a different gimmick. Can't bring her back as Mei Ying, because then that'll why did she come back as Mei Ying? Where the rest of, I'm gonna have a new Tianxia? I can see that, but who would you have with her? Xia Li got released. Bo is gone. So, you probably do it with Dante Chen and then another guy? I don't know. Xia Li's taking indie bookings right now. Hey, you wanna come to New York? I know a guy you can call up if you wanna wrestle here in New York. Just like a one-time thing, maybe, or if you wanna join that promotion. I could hook you up. Not like that. Xia Li's hot, but she's got a... She's like, I don't know, Xia Li's kind of like a... You want to bang her and keep her, or you want to kind of bang her... That's it. Hit and pass kind of thing. It's like she's kind of like in between, maybe. Like, you want to hit and pass, and then you're like, bring it back! There's a lot of women in WWE that, I would hit and pass, then bring back. But others, I would just freaking hit. I wouldn't even... And some, I would pass on. Or I would just hit and pass. I'm like, give me my one-night stand, I'm out, and get out of here. There's a few. Not a lot of them, but... Gotta keep my top three. Asuka, Kairi, and Io. That's definite. Then after that, I probably put... I do Bayley. I want to hit and pass with Bayley because she's a 49er fan. Gotta keep that. You gotta keep that. Probably the only people I probably hit and pass on, probably Naomi. Actually, I don't want to have to deal with Jay. I'm not Jimmy. Sorry, Jimmy. Shayna Baszler, I probably wouldn't even remotely think of fucking, but she'll probably break... I wouldn't even have to, get naked. She'll probably break my dick, and, without freaking taking my pants off or anything like that. Probably knee me in the nuts, and I'm done. That's it. I'm out of here. Fuck that. It is what it is. Piper Niven, as much as we all know, more pushing for the cushion. I'd probably hit and pass that one. But I think everybody else, everybody else on the main roster, Zoe Stark, I'd probably hit and pass. Maybe hit, pass, come back to it. Maybe. I don't know. Who else? Charlotte? Hell no! That's probably the only person I would not fuck. As much as she looks great, but, nah. No. I'm not doing horse face Charlotte Flair. No, even if her dad, Ric Flair, gave me like $10 billion, I'm like, no. As much as I respect for you, I respect you, Mr. Flair. Keep your money. Keep your money, because you're gonna need that in that lawsuit against that restaurant in Florida. Oh, that was so stupid. That whole situation with Flair and getting drunk. He says, "I wasn't drunk. You were drunk, you fucking idiot." You just made yourself look like a really fucking idiot there, Ric Flair. This man at the kitchen manager because he took too long in the bathroom. The fuck was that, man? You get mad at a guy that was probably taking a number 2 in the bathroom? Maybe he had diarrhea. Maybe he had a really bad stomach. I don't know. Maybe he was whacking off. Who knows? Maybe he was whacking off. Yeah, then you maybe have a point, but you're yelling at the guy for taking too long in the bathroom. Unless it was like one stall. I don't know. I don't know how... the name... I forgot the name. Piloni's, Pizzalonis, whatever the fuck... Pie in the Sky, whatever the name of the fucking place in Florida was. It's a pizza place. Why not? Why would you yell at the guy? Just because he took too long in the bathroom. Oh yeah, you give one of the waiters or waitresses $1,000 tip. Well, lucky... That person's lucky. But then you become racist and call the guy, the kitchen manager, who is Egyptian, you call him a dirty Egyptian. I'm like, oh, really, dude? You hang out with guys that sing Ric Flair drip. Probably drop the N-bomb. I don't know if Ric Flair does that. I mean, Hogan did. That was a no-no. But yeah, Flair just needs to stop. Needs to lay off the booze. I know it worked for him back in the day, but, But I think, it's time to drop the bottle. Maybe lay off the woo energy drink. I heard that's better than Prime. Thank God. Not that I don't drink Prime. I tasted it. I tasted it was a fruit punch flavor. I was like, ugh! Like, is this Mountain Dew fruit punch? As much as I hate Mountain Dew as it is. Oh, Mountain Dew is like piss. Not that I drink piss, I'm just saying. I can't drink Mountain Dew. I mean, it's lemon lime, I know that, but if I want a lemon lime soda, I go the route of Sprite or Slice. Remember Slice back in the day in the 80s? Oh, you low and low that. Or Sierra Mist, which is basically rip-off 7-Up. 7-Up was the shit back in the day. That's all I drank back in the day. Sprite, 7-Up, Pepsi, so I drink Pepsi like the late 80s. Coke. Remember when Coke had like 3 flavors? Coke 1, Coke 2, Coke 3? With Coke 2 and 3 kind of tasted nothing alike. I was like, okay, this is Coke. Then you had caffeine-free Coke. Cherry Coke came out later on. And I was like, thousands and thousands of flavors of Coke. Cherry Vanilla Coke. Cherry Lime Coke. Vanilla Orange Coke. I went to Burger King the other day and I didn't even know it was there. I was like, mango? Not mango. It tasted like mango. Tropical Coke. I'm like, what is this? I was like, okay, I'll try it. Tastes like mango. It's not tropical punch like you would get at the store or something like that. I was like, alright, this tastes okay. Not bad, but I tried better. I mean, God forbid freaking Pepsi does tropical Pepsi or something like that. At least it'll taste better than Pepsi Clear! If you know what I'm talking about, Pepsi Clear was basically the rip-off of Sprite. Their version of Sprite. Pepsi Clear. It's like water just with like caffeine in it. Come on now. Sprite wannabe. But I mean, I love regular Pepsi. I have cherry Pepsi. I tried Pepsi Vanilla. Is good. It was great back in the day. Not so much now. Then they came out with Pepsi Fire, which is cinnamon flavored Pepsi. Ugh. I wish I had that video on not BitChute, VidMe. Remember back in the day we had VidMe that got taken down? I did a couple of videos. I had a lot of followers on, not a lot, but I was starting to get a lot of followers on VidMe, but there is no VidMe now. I think I got it. Well, it's gone, and now I think in its place is like BitChute and Rumble, Odyssey, Tumblr, Kick, which should be kicked off. You know what I mean? Kick is boring. Not that I would ever go to it, unless YouTube like died. I might just go to Tumblr or Rumble. Not Tumblr. Well, I probably go to Rumble, maybe Odyssey. Maybe Tumblr, BitChute, you know. But as far as like Kick, probably not. I don't know what the big thing about Kick is anyway. So it's just another sharing site. That's it. I mean, not as big. I don't think I don't, like I said, I don't know about it a lot about it, but it's not as great as YouTube. I know it has the restrictions are better than YouTube does. I mean, all these other websites have less restrictions that YouTube would have, but still, it is what it is. I mean, I might go to Twitch later on, but I don't know. I'm fine here on YouTube for now. And like I said, YouTube is not my life. But I've been on here a long time, and, you know, pretty soon I might be retiring from it. Not now, but maybe when I get into my late 50s, probably. I know there's a lot of older people on here, like, that do videos. I mean, Jeff the Iceman was doing videos in his 60s, 50s and 60s. He's old. Sorry, Jeff, but, you know, there's a lot of old farts here in the it's not even the WC anymore. Pretty much it is a wrestling community, IWC, whatever you want to call it. And most people like in their 30s or around my age. But I'm still the OG from 2009, my friends. Around the time with like Gemini and Spinnernet, you know, True Slayer, guys like that. You know, big ups to Gemini. He's, you know, still got that June 1st YWC 15-year reunion thing where all the old farts are gonna do. I don't know if it's gonna be a panel or they're just gonna do a one day only thing with all the old timers doing wrestling videos. I'm gonna throw one up, just talking about, you know, YWC 15 years later. You know, so it'll kind of like be like a part 1 of my 15-year anniversary video coming up in August. Oh, 15 years old, this fucking site, Jesus Christ. It is what it is. Had good times, I've had some bad times, I've had some really bad times, but all in all, I met some good people that were friends, and then some of them became really, you know, not so good friends. You know, I lost plenty of friends in 2022. People still talk to me on their videos about me, and they're like, well, we don't want to talk about that guy no more. If they want to be done with me, that's fine. But don't bring up my name on their fucking shows or their live streams. Let it be done, because you're just instigating more problems. Just shut the fuck up. It's just stupid. It's like talking about Peter bringing up people's names. Reference. It's reference. if I talk about those people. But me and those people went our separate ways. I wish them well with their success on their shows, on their channels. That's it. I wish them great success, and whatever they say about me, I personally don't care much. But as far as, like, getting back with them, probably never happening in the next 10, 15 years. We're all different people from what we were pretty much almost 2 years ago. We're different people. But I wish them great success on their channels. That's all I gotta say about that. And in life itself. I wish them Godspeed. That's it. Let me move on. But, yeah, just keep my name out of your fucking mouth when you talk about those people. Just keep my name out of it, because I don't really care. It's just starting drama that I personally do not want to be part of. So, if you can't keep my name out of your cum-filled mouth, then you got problems. And that's all I gotta say about that. Let me move on. Alright, so where was I? I forgot where I was. I don't know where I am. It's like that great song by that great band you don't know, Whitesnake. I don't know where I'm going, but I sure know where I've been. Ain't on the promises and the thoughts of yesterday, but I made up my mind, ain't wasting no time. And here we go again, I'm gonna have my hot wife do a cartwheel over a Jaguar, and then make out with me in the backseat of the car, and then make 15 more videos with her. God bless Tawny Kitaen! Oh, that hot piece of ash. That guy got a lot of tail from Tawny Kitaen. And then the guy that she got with after him. Lucky guy. So, pays to have long hair. I mean, back in the 80s, you had long hair down to your ass and play the loudest, fastest rock and roll you could. I mean, you get all those damn chicks. You can get some hot fucking chicks, man. Oh, there was so many hot chicks back in the day. Tawny Kitaen, what's her name? Well, besides Heather Locklear with Mr. Tommy Lee, Pamela Anderson, Bobby Brown. Not that Bobby Brown. Not Mr. Cocaine user. Got with Whitney Houston. Fucked her career up. Got that Bobby Brown. I'm talking about Bobby Brown that was going out with the late great Janie Lane. That, the cherry pie chick that I call her. Well, then she went out with the lead singer Great White. Oh, God. Once bitten, twice shy. Oh, she had an amazing rack, and she had an amazing ass. Whew. I mean, remember all those video vixens back in the day was just amazingly hot. I mean, Alicia Silverstone in the trilogy with Aerosmith. Amazing, crying, and what was it? I'm thinking now. Don't tell me. I know it. Crying, amazing, and crazy. I was right the first time. I know what I'm talking about. I know my music. Seeing Alicia Silverstone for the first time in those videos were hot. And then, you have Liv Morgan. Liv Tyler in the Crazy video, which I didn't even know that she was related to Mr. Steven Tyler. And the chicks in the videos for Angel and the video for Ragdoll. Amazing looking chicks. Oh. And here's a fun fact. Shannon Doherty of 90210, or as Beavis would say, 9021655. Ah! 210. Beavis, next time just say Beverly Hills. I'll smack you again. You smacked me? Beavis, when my nuts feel better, I'm gonna kick your ass. Shut up, butthead! I'll kick you in the balls again. Butthole. There we get that. But yeah, Shannon Doherty was in a video for the great band you all love, Slaughter. I forgot what video that was, but I know the video, I just can't think of the name of it. It wasn't Up All Night, and it was a couple of videos after that one. And, yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Good stuff. But the 80s were, like, great. Lots of hot chicks, groupies, whatever you want to call them. And now it's 2024, and people want to go back to the 80s. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go, man. Let's go back to the 80s, man. Let's go listen to some dance music. Let's go, grow our hair down to our ass and play the loudest, fastest rock and roll we could. Tease our hair up. Get some girl bands to come around, Get the groupies come back. Bang all these 50, 60-year-old guys, Including me. Well, I'm not 50, but I'm getting close. I'm almost there. But man, the 80s were just an amazing time. You had to be there. Some of you. Great, probably the best movies ever. Back to the Future, Godfather 1 and 2, not 3. Scarface. Ugh. Goodfellas. The Breakfast Club. Great fucking TV shows. Mork and Mindy. Happy Days. Happy Days, Greatest American Hero. Silver Spoons. I can go on and on and on about the 80s, and I don't really want to, but, I could. But that'll take me way too long. It'll take me days to finish up the 80s. I'm going to have to make that like a series. Like, my favorite times of the 80s. 5-hour videos. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to go 5 hours, but we get that. Alright, let me finish this up because I want to get this rant done, and then I'm going to bed. Alright, so, where do we leave off? I think with the Trick Willie situation. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with Trick Willie and Noam Dar for the NXT World Title. Probably be at Battleground and where Lash Legends Allegiance will be. We don't know. We get that. Then I talk about Wendy Choo Choo and coming back. Probably. Don't care. I'll move on. Alright. Then we see Karen Petrovich in the back. Feels like she let Natalya down. They're walking in the back. And there's some random guys are looking at her. I'm like, who are these guys? What's your name? Ah! What do you do here? And then some guy, I think his name was Sexy, or his indie name was Sexy B or something like that. Anyway, he comes in to say Carmen is still a smoke show. Well, you can't say that next to a certain girl named Scarlett. So, she kicks him right in the head. Knocked him out. And then, well, that was it. He had no game. No game at all. He deserved to get kicked in the head. Should get kicked in the nuts, but it is what it is. You don't have good pickup game, then you just turn gay. But it is what it is. I get all the ladies, man. Back in the day, I was a babe machine. Back in college, they called me the pimp master. I wasn't an actual pimp, but every time we had, especially at the radio station, we had all the parties at the student center, or we just had a party for the radio station. There was either we go to the student center, and there was be a DJ there, the cheerleaders were there. the cheerleaders from the basketball team will be there, just dancing, and there's random other chicks that'll be coming out. We just go there and just have the girls grind on their dicks, and just it'll be an amazing time. And then there was a little dinky lounge on the corner, right next, like a block away from the student center. You know, that was some good times. Had a couple parties there, and you know, for the radio station, and a couple of girls from the radio station just randomly pick. You know, I'm just hanging out. You know, I'm just dancing, and I'm just hanging out, just having fun. Next thing I know, two girls, you know, one in front of me, one behind me, dancing. I saw that picture too somewhere. I think it's on my Facebook page. They call that. That's where the pit master was born. And then a few cheerleaders were there, and they still, you know, one of them actually almost went out with me. We didn't go out on a date per se, but we were talking on MySpace, Kenny, MySpace, you know, the great MySpace. You know, we meet at different times, and then, you know, hanging out when she didn't have class and I didn't have class. We'd meet up like in the library or outside on the campus, just hang out, maybe go to lunch. So it wasn't a date per se, but she was a cutie patootie. But what I didn't know at the time that she had, you know, I wanted to get with her, but then I think I found out she had like a kid or two. I was like, oh, I'm not touching that. I must have like wanted to, but she was hot. Which is cheerleader, why not? I don't talk to her anymore, but you know, she's doing her own thing. Doing her own thing now, so. But there's a couple of the Brooklyn College cheerleaders I still kind of remotely talk to here and there. Like maybe two of them. But big ups to you ladies. I love y'all. I love the cheerleaders. I always do. I do. Alright, moving on. Blah, 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 blah. But like I said, if you don't have good pickup lines, then you suck. I mean, if you can't get with a hot chick like Mercedes Moné, then you got problems. I know that, you know, I couldn't get Mercedes Moné if I had the best pickup line ever. But, you know. But, I mean, random hot chick, I'll just say hello to. You know. I'd be respectful. Unlike certain dumb fucks on social media or in real life, they just go up to go and say, "Hey, do you want to go to my house and, you know, suck my dick?" You know, I'm like, no, don't say that. You go up to the girl, be respectful, you know, say, "Hi, my name is Peter, you know, can I buy you a drink?" As long as they're not drunk yet, but, you know. You know, be respectful, be yourself, and, you know, maybe they'll dance with you, or maybe they'll talk to you. You gotta look good, too. You just can't go up to them and look like a bum. Like I always say, when you look good, you feel good. That's a commercial. You don't want to dress like a schmuck, you know? You know, kind of look like me. No, not a schmuck, but, you know, get some clothes from the Men's Warehouse, you know. Put on some good cologne, some Axe, you know. You know, look good, man. Don't look like a schmuck, you know. Don't look like a fucking rat, you know. You haven't shaved in like 5 years. And you smell like the fucking sewer. I mean, dude, come on. Be presentable when you're going to a bar, or you're going to a bar to go to a concert, you know. Who knows, you know, you could have, you know, some random chick who just come up to you and say hi. Hey, how's it going? What high school do you go to? You know? What are you doing here? You like the music? Oh, yeah. It's like, what are you doing here? Where do you live? whatever it may be. You just come up to you, say hi. You strike up a nice conversation. You talk a little music, or you talk whatever. You know, get a vibe going on. You know. You know, you're at a club, you want to, you know, ask her to dance. Don't be nervous. Ask her to dance. She wants to dance with you. Good. dance, be nice, respectful. She wants to dance and grind her ass on your dick. I mean, enjoy it. Have fun, man. Have fun, man. Then, if things get even, a little bit more serious, it's like, hey, you want to get a drink? Get her a drink. Why not? If you have the money, get her a drink. Don't get her too many, but, you don't want to do that shit. Like, get her 6,000 drinks to the point you have the drunk sex in the wrong way. But, just be respectful. You never know what can happen. You never know. But anyway, so this dumb fuck guy tries to pick up on Karen Petrovich and got called it. It was like, you're still the smoke show. Get kicked in the head. Probably not the first time she heard that, but whatever. But that segment was kind of weird, and I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Then we go to Fallon, Don't Call Me Don Henley, taking on Kehlani Jordan. Lasted a long time. I thought it was way too long. 11-minute match. But in the end, Fallon Henley gets the win with the Shining Wizard. And that's it. Match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. So it looks like, Fallon wants to do her own thing and go solo. That's it. Alright, there we see Catchpoint 3.0. They're all ready to give Tony D, my cousin, what he wants, besides paying their debt. So they give Tony D Heritage Cup title match next week, but they're not going to tell Tony he's going to face next week because of Catchpoint 3.0 rules with the Heritage Cup fucking shit. So basically like the Freebird rule. Oh, you're not going to fight us, I'm not the champ. But you're defending it, so you lose. Technically, that means if you lose, all 3 of you lose. Moron. So we got that. Tony D's winning the Heritage Cup next week, and I can't be any happier, hopefully. We got that. We move on. Alright, then we see Lash Legend and Maddie Wankowski, my girl, doing well in the strength competition. And then Ivy Nile wins the conditioning contest. Look at all that. And then we have Ava Raine announcing the top 12 qualifiers who impressed them. Number 1, Sol Ruka, the resident surfer girl. Thea Hale, Jada Parker. Mia Yim, the resident cheerleader herself. Brindley Reese. Fallon, Don't Call Me Don Henley. Lash Legend. Ivy Nile. Izzy Dame. That's Kiana. Well, no longer with Kiana James. Now she's on her own. That sucks for her. Kehlani Jordan, Tatum Paxley, the resident creepy chick, and Maddie Wankowski. So, there's your top 12, and the matches will begin next week. And hopefully we don't get what we're going to get for the King of the Ring tournament, and we're going to have these qualifying matches at NXT house shows. I pray not, but knowing WWE, they'll be stupid enough to do that. Just give us 3 matches a week. You got 12 people. 3 matches a week. That's 6. So you have 6 women 1 week, 6 women the next week. There you go. You have your top 3 enter next week, and then the following week, your final 3. That's it. Or you might, well, I would say you do the top 6, But, looking at the top 12, I'm probably going to say Sol Ruka is definitely going in. I put Jada Parker in. Thea Hale, just for, craziness. Mia Yim, because she knows a thing or two about ladders. That's 4. I put Lash in, just for power reasons. That's 5. And number 6... I put Fallon Henley in there too. Fallon or Tatum. Just Tatum just for craziness. Fallon probably just for more craziness. But I would say coming out of this, winning this, I'd probably be either going to be Jada Parker or Lash Legend. Get that title. I really give it to Jada or Lash. But if it came down to those two at the end, I'd give it a Lash. Just because she can turn face, join up with her real-life boyfriend, Trick, and he'll beat Noam Dar at Battleground, and then you have a real-life couple as as champions, kind of like Hunter and Stephanie, when Hunter was the champion and Stephanie was the women's champion. You have something like that, and it works out. We get that. So that's your top 12, my friends. And that's pretty much it. But yeah, the Combine was kind of dumb. It could have just been its own email. And that's it. Alright, Lexis King and Duke Hudson. Lexis wins as Ridge Holland comes in with a chair, and the referee took it away. And then Lexis hits a wicked super kick into the coronation. In 4 minutes, he gets the win. And Ridge, you look stupid, but then you apologize, and everything's fine. Right. And that's pretty much it. Alright, there we go outside into the dreaded parking lot. Metaphor leaves minus Lash. I wonder where she went. Suck Trick's dick, that's probably what. So they leave, but they don't want to talk about her. And then my man, my good buddy, Javon Evans comes in, wants to check on Trick, gets called a shiny new toy, and then next week we got Noam Dar and Javon Evans one-on-one. That's going to be exciting. Can't wait for that. Let me move on. Alright, then we hear from Jasmine Nix, scrumptious, and she is pissed at what Thea Hale did to JC Jane's nose, and we call it surgery, and Jasmine looks and swears revenge. You go, girl. You get your revenge. We get that. Then we have Thea Hale mad at Lexis King for costing Ridge Holland the match. Ridge comes in to apologize. She's like, I don't know, we should take this guy's apology, but Ridge's like, whatever I gotta do, I will earn your respect and earn your trust. And Casey was like, okay. I'm like, whatever. Nobody cares. We get that. Then we find out that the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, invited Kendrick Lamar and Drake to come to NXT to settle their beef. Not happening. Not happening. That's it. Alright, then we go to a main event of the evening for the NXT Women's title. Roxy taking on Chelsea Green. Not a great match. Under 9 minutes. Chelsea broke out the Rough Rider. And then Vic's like, woo, woo, woo. Really? Anyway, Roxy wins with a kind of sloppy-looking pop rocks. But she gets the win anyway to retain the belt. You knew she was going to retain, so I didn't have to say much about that. So, 2.5 out of 5 stars. Roxy wins, and who knows what's going to happen with her after next. And who her next challenger might be. I'm thinking it might be Tatum again, Tatum Paxley, but we'll see. That's that. And then, I thought that was going to be the end of the show, but then we go to the after segment, and we see my cousin Tony D and the family, kidnapping Damon Kemp. I thought it was Damon Kemp and Miles Bourne. They kidnapped him, throw him in the back of his car, beat the crap out of him even more. Then they head out. And then Tony D's like saying, oh, now I'm going to get what I want now. Something like that. They leave. Charlie Dempsey comes out and wonders where everybody is. Well, you're down a member or two. It looks like Damon Kemp's going to be sent up the river, meaning released. Good. Don't fuck with the family. I keep telling people that. Don't fuck with the Italians, don't fuck with the family, and you don't fuck with the mafia. So that's basically it. So, that's it. So, Damon Kemp, you go swim with the fishes, bitch. And next to your little water boy, Miles Bourne, you take him with you. That's what they should have done. I thought there was both of them, but it looked like Damon Kemp only, but they got that. So that ends NXT on a good note, I guess, for if you're Italian, on a good note. If you're Damon Kemp, not so good. And Charlie Dempsey, too. You get that. Alright, so NXT was pretty solid Tuesday night, and I gave it a solid 7 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, and that's pretty much it. Alright, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to pre-record my rant, and then I'm going to bed. And then I'm going to enjoy my Friday. Gonna go to work Friday for a little bit, and then I'm done for the weekend. But that's all I gotta say about that. Go Rangers! One more to go, baby. But, one more to go to the Eastern Conference Finals, where he could face Boston, who lost the other night. And now it's a series. It's 1-1. Go to Game 3 tomorrow night in Florida. So, see what happens with that series this weekend. Hopefully the Rangers win on Saturday. Make Raleigh, North Carolina a cleaner place than it already is. And that's it. Then the Rangers have a long few days, at least a week off. That's big, huge. And they get home ice too. They win. They wait for Boston or Florida. Game 1 at the Garden sometime next weekend maybe. Or the week after that. Depending on how long the series goes. And with Boston and Florida, that series can go 7. And I don't think it's going to end until maybe next weekend. So Rangers going to have a week, at least a week and some change days off. But let's see what happens on Saturday. I know Carolina's going to come out and play for pride and try to make a comeback. I don't think they're going to, but they're pesky. So, but 3-0 leads, and if you're a Ranger fan, a 3-0 lead can quickly become 3-3. So, I hope not. But the way the Rangers are playing right now, their power play is amazing. Igor is standing on his head. But, there's no quit in that Ranger team. And they come out and they just blow Carolina out like they did in Game 7 of the 2022 series. I mean, Carolina go bye-bye, sweep City again. They swept Washington. They're about to sweep Carolina. God knows what they're going to do in the Eastern Conference Finals against Boston or Florida. I think that it'd be tough against Boston. Florida probably be tough too. But it's going to be exciting in those Eastern Conference Finals. I'll just tell you right now. But let's see what the Rangers do on Saturday. And if it has to come to the Garden for Game 5 on Monday night, we'll see what happens with that. But let's try to take it one game at a time. And that's pretty much it. But if it does go to Game 5, I will not be at the Garden. I'll be at Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Whenever that is. Game 1 or 2. We'll see what happens with the scheduling. But that's all I got to say about that. But Rangers, I love it, man. I love it. One more, baby. One more to the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's get that Saturday night. It's not just lay a stinker or just like, let's just win it at the Garden in front of our fans. Let's just make everybody happy and have a nice, long week and change off. And then let's see how Boston and Florida do. Let them beat the crap out of each other. Let it go 7 so they get no rest. And the Rangers are well rested. Come out for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals and whip and blow the doors off Boston or Florida. Annihilate them. This Ranger team is special. I really think it feels like 94 all over again. I have a feeling the Rangers are going to go to the Stanley Cup Finals and pretty much have a good chance to win. Depending on who they play. I think it might be... coming out that West, it could be Colorado. That'd be an interesting little series. And on the West Coast, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be Edmonton or anybody else in that Western Conference. But I think the Rangers have a great shot to win the Stanley Cup this year. Great shot. But just take it one game at a time. As far as the Knicks go, I hope they choke in the Eastern Conference Finals against Boston. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, if you're not down with that, well, fuck you, man! That's it. Adios, bitches. Peace.